Hi everybody, this is Glenn Harrington on the rooftop of the Roselle restaurant, getting ready to train all of our maintenance facility on what steps have to be performed on roof maintenance. Today, my cohort Julio Velasquez will be helping me demonstrate how to do these steps. So before we begin, we're going to go over them in order. The first thing you're always going to do when you go to clean a rooftop unit is you're going to depower it. The second step that you're going to do is you're going to take degreaser, which is going to be a 50-50 mixture of water and degreaser, and you're going to spray it on the coil. Then while that degreaser soaks, we go to step 3. We're going to go around the unit with the hose, and we're going to clean out the condensate drain line. We're going to do this with water pressure. That's step 3. Step 4 is we're going to access the filter compartment, and we're going to change the filters. So that's step 4. Step 5 is you're going to come back around and you're going to use a hose and a sprayer to wash all the degreaser out of the coil. And the last thing, which does not apply to all the restaurants, some stores have a metal pre-filter on their units. If they do have that, you have to also clean that with degreaser and a hose, and we'll demonstrate that as well. Any questions? Okay, let's begin. Okay guys, now we're going to explain how to do each step. Julio is going to show you how he depowers the unit. Okay, now Julio is going to demonstrate how to clean the back side of the V-coil with degreaser. Julio is demonstrating also that you need nice smooth movements with the wand. You need to be able to get good pressure out, so you're hitting the coil from the top all the way down to the bottom. Notice how Julio occasionally applies more pressure so he can keep the degreaser pressurized, so he can keep that smooth flow going. Julio is now going to clean the front of the condenser with degreaser. One thing to note, watch as Julio wears his protective eyewear to avoid getting any chemical splash back in his eyes. Julio is evenly covering the coil with degreaser with a even spray. He keeps the sprayer pumped up so he doesn't lose pressure. Notice the dirt that Julio is getting out of the coil. When doing the V coil, make sure that you go around both sides and get it with degreaser from front to back, top to bottom. If the V coil is plugged for whatever reason with cottonwood or anything else, one of the compressors will shut off and you will not have complete cooling in your restaurant. After he gets done with this, then he's going to go over and do the filters. He's going to do the condensate drain line. Once that's done, then he's going to come around and rinse it. Okay, now Julio is going to demonstrate how to clean out the condensate drain line with the hose. Notice how he runs water straight inside the condensate drain line for approximately 1 to 2 minutes. At this point, anything that was in the line that was restricting the flow will come out. Okay, now Julio is going to demonstrate how to change the filters. This should be done every month. You have 2 different types of filters. You have the cardboard ones that come with their own frame, which is the one this restaurant has. Julio is putting the same one back now for demonstration purposes. We don't have a new one. Or you might have a metal frame with a filter element that has to be removed and put back in place. But either way, they need to be changed every month from May 1st to October 31st, and then in the off season from November 1st until April 30th, as needed, approximately every 2 months. Julio is now going to be demonstrating how to spray clean the degreaser off the back side of the coil. You'll notice he's using a long wand to do this. This is beneficial when you have a V coil. You can also use a normal pressure sprayer, but these are what we recommend. Notice Julio makes sure that he flushes the coil from the top down. You always want to start at the top and work your way down, because that's how the dirt's going to flow. Okay, now Julio is going to demonstrate spraying off the back side of the V coil. Julio is explaining or showing how to spray out the degreaser out of the front side of the coil. Notice how he has his water directly up against it, so he's getting the maximum amount of spray inside to get out all the degreaser. The last step that we're going to go over, as I mentioned in the beginning, is some stores have a mesh pre-filter that will be in the front of the normal filter compartment. If you don't have them in your restaurant, you don't need to worry about it. If you do have them, you need to clean it out with degreaser and water. Okay, so just to recap quickly on what we've learned today on the different steps. The first step that you want to do is you want to shut the power off for the unit before working. This is for the unit's integrity and your safety. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to go around to your condenser and you're going to spray in the degreaser with a pump sprayer. If you have a unit that's got a V-coil, you have to get both sides with degreaser. While you give the degreaser time to do its thing, you're going to go over to the side of the unit where the filter compartment is. You're going to use a hose. You're going to spray water into the condensate drain line for between a minute and two. Once you do that, you release the hose pressure and you should see a back flush of water coming out of the condensate drain pan. After you do that, you're going to pull out your filters and change those. Then after you complete all of that, last step is you're going to go back to your condenser. You're going to spray water into the condenser to get out the degreaser. You start at the bottom, you work your way down. You're going to do it in the same order you sprayed degreaser. If it's a V-coil and you got the backside, then the backside is where you're going to start with the rinsing. And then you're going to go around to the front. This is going to help you keep your units running at optimum efficiency, keep the stores cool for both you and your customers, eliminate breakdowns, and overall make everybody's environment better. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.